What's good? It's your boy Jay Savage. I am here with the Time for Toku podcast, and today we are here with a wonderful, wonderful group of people. How you guys doing tonight?
What's
I'm doing
that?
good.
Great.
So we about to talk this Dino theory. So, episode 6 premiered, which was an Amelia's focus episode, and I'll say 6 for 6, y'all. 6
Yep.
for 6. I really
646.
I really liked this episode. I really did. Especially there's no Jane and Jay board, which is big for me. But another thing is though, it was just a solid episode. Yeah, it was a filler, but it just didn't feel like a typical filler. And I like that. Like, if you're gonna have a filler, don't make it feel like a filler. It was a good story, had good action, good acting, everyone had a standout performance. I really do like Amelia's the character she's becoming. Like, yeah, she believe in ghosts and everything, but she also believe in fortune tellers and bad luck and all. Like, she's really gullible, and I think that's good for a character because I don't think we even had a ranger like that before. I could be wrong, but in my recent memory, I don't think we had a ranger who was disinvested into things like that. So I really like this episode. I really like her character. And yeah, Austin, you want to give your brief thoughts on what you like about the episode?
Yeah, first and foremost, we're all on the same page with this. It's a 6 for 6, even though it's a filler episode. Now, here's where I differ from everybody else. The fact that Jane and Jayborg weren't in the episode didn't really change anything for me, honestly, because I don't hate them like everyone else does, to be honest. Because we know everybody else hates them, but it wasn't like a major affecting thing for me, mainly because it was a filler episode, so it didn't feel like we were going to be focusing on something really significant and then cut away just to see Jane and Jayborg do stuff. But yeah, this was a really solid episode. I like Pop Amelia's grandfather. He's a cut up. You can tell he's a pretty cool person, and I like some of his lines too, and how expressive he was whenever he was freaking out about the bad luck. But yeah, good episode. Good episode. Great job, Hunter.
Okay. I did like that. Wait, first. Is this the same guy who played from
No,
Dino
it's not.
Charge? It's not
Yeah,
Albert. It's not the same guy.
They look similar.
Yeah.
They're both old men. They just look similar.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they're not.
Well, one had a New Zealand accent, so yeah.
Oh yeah, he did have an accent, huh?
And he has less hair. And he doesn't wear glasses.
I haven't seen Dino Charge in so long, bro. Honestly. But hey, Deca, what's your?
Want to speak.
All right, then.
I was getting there. Awesome. You see me call him. But yes, Deca.
All right, then. So overall, I did like this episode. I liked the overall plot, but one thing I did not like in this episode was the wordplay and the slang terms that these people use. Like when they were when So Long was saying things like "Your morphers dunsies," or when Itzy said "Okay, boomer," I thought, oh my god, that is so forced. But yeah, the plot of this episode, Amelia's character, it really plays into past episodes where she believed in fortune telling and ghosts and stuff. So Amelia was well written. The characters themselves were well written. It's just the things that were saying that was where I was like, oh my god, that was something that annoyed me about this episode. But overall, it was pretty good.
I would say this though. If you're going to say, okay, boomer, a season with a villain named Boom Tower would be the season to do it. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I didn't really notice that because, he's called Boom Tower, so. But still, it was just something that just kind of annoyed me about this episode. It feels like we're trying to like relate to like younger people who would use language like "okay, boomer" and stuff, and it just didn't work for me.
Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't like it because I loved it honestly, and everybody else loved it too.
I
It was
liked
a
it.
cut,
Yeah.
it was a cut up. It was like not because of like it was like RPM type of clever humor or something. It was just that it's like when you know your friend is saying something ridiculous, and because of the fact that you know it's something ridiculous, you enjoy it.
We gotta understand though, Iggy, Izzy. We gotta understand, Izzy is in high school, so she say things that teenagers say. Like the last episode, she was like, "We're totally vibing" or something like that, and I'm like, okay, that's something a kid would say. So, okay, boomer
He is in
is
high
literally
school, so
something that
yeah.
high schoolers are saying
Yeah.
right now. So you have to like remember that.
Yeah, but there was also
Yeah.
like stuff like when Mucus said "lol." Like I'm pretty sure.
No, Mucus was
Mucus is a child-coded character.
yeah,
He's a
Mucus was
child.
Yeah,
adorable.
Mucus is also a kid, probably younger than Izzy. Probably like what?
There was
She was just born, not
4-year-old.
that.
There was something.
Nah,
I
say
I don't
7.
remember what it was.
7-year-old, I guess.
There was something about Mucus that she had said. Oh, it was when she was talking back at Boom Tower when they were talking about the Morpher and stuff. Like the way she was like mocking him, saying like, "Duh, you can't walk in" and stuff. I'm like, this is like it was honestly very entertaining to hear her talk to him like that because you know, like even though like this doesn't necessarily need to be a comparison between Dino Fury and Ryu Soldier, you know that Crayon would not be talking to Tunk Joe like that. He would have got his ass whooped. It was very entertaining
Yeah,
to
his
see
Boom
see
Tower.
her talk to him like that.
Yeah, the Dino Fury version of Boom Tower is definitely soft. I'm gonna be honest. My boy be getting his
He's a
ass
dummy.
whooped left and right.
He's a dummy. He can't spell.
Yeah.
He can't do shit.
Homie
But
said
like,
you were Dune. My jaw dropped, honestly.
yeah, I didn't even notice he was trying to spell done until like they corrected him. I'm like, oh, this dude's an idiot.
I thought he tried to spell Doom, to be honest.
Yeah, like Doom or something. I'm like, huh?
Either way, he didn't spell what he was trying to spell.
Yeah, definitely. He spelled Doom like the new movie coming out whenever it comes out. But yeah, I do like Mucus dialogue this episode. This is probably the best of Mucus in my opinion. Like I really like him just sitting on the couch, right? Or her sitting on the couch talking her shit, and then like the door. I like what they set up for the door too. Like I'm curious what's behind that door now. It's like
Secret
what?
door, secret door, secret door, secret door, secret door, secret door, secret door, secret
Exactly.
door.
We probably won't see it till like the finale, but I still want to see what's behind it. It's probably like
Yeah.
I would be surprised
Yeah,
if some regular dude behind that wall is changing into the armor or something, like just some scrawny white boy in the
Or
armor.
maybe a black guy.
In New Zealand, no. So yeah, we gotta bring him from America.
Yeah, speaking of which, this is something I thought was like random but very funny. How did these citizens? Well, I'm gonna answer my own question when I say this, but how is it that these citizens did not realize that Pop Pop was just covered in soap and that wasn't a
Bruh.
monster? And look. You know why I realized that? This is what kind of answered my question. I had to rewind to that part. You know how there are certain types of individuals that automatically see something they don't understand and just freak out and think it's a threat? Yeah. This city's starting to become those people.
I said this time there's theater actually might be legit in these cases. Just a
Well, I
Chuck
mean,
was.
props to the design team though, because like I seen like a screen cap of it, and it kind of do like one glance. So I wouldn't like confuse it for a monster, but one glance, they was put together. You
Yeah,
know, had like the
I could
2
see
feet,
it.
the 2 arms, and then it
I
did
did like
the
I did like how it did look like that. Honestly,
yeah.
all
Yeah.
So
jokes
it was
aside,
good. It was good design for whatever they were trying to do, but I liked it.
the fact that he was able to get that many suds on him, that's surprising.
So
Half of them would have been gone by then.
Bro, no Jane or Jayborg. But before we get into that, hey,
yeah, they did get a
also,
name drop though in the beginning of the episode.
Honestly, something just hit. Yeah, they did. Honestly, something hit me when I was thinking about that. Part of me was assuming that maybe they just put them in those few episodes so they can have another. So they can. What am I saying? Uh, I think. Shoot, I think they're just going to be cycling through background characters and giving them multiple episodes to be to be like the comedic focus in. Like if they were to, like, let's say Pop Pop was like debuted in this episode. Let's say he showed up in like a couple more episodes. It'd be the same thing like Jane and Jay Borg. They would cut to him doing stuff and like joking around and somewhat weave it back into the plot as well. And then a few more episodes, it's like some other people. And do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if Ollie's mom
yeah,
and Mr.
I
Like
don't
if
know.
Ollie's mom and Mr. Garcia were to come back. Now this is wishful thinking, but I just got too curious thinking about that.
The curious thought that I
I
got.
think Jane and Jayborg is still our comedic duo.
And
I'll make
honestly, I
you give
won't
up, but
mind it.
Yeah, like
I
Yeah, I
know
think
y'all.
that'll be my next
yeah.
episode.
Hey,
But hey,
like
awesome.
I know
What's your
y'all don't
thoughts?
like them, but yeah,
yeah, I like how everyone else had a problem with it for some reason.
yeah, I don't really mind them, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over not having them around.
yeah.
Exactly. They can just be there or not there. Who cares?
Hey, I'm losing sleep for
Yeah.
Jayborg. Jane, cool, but Jayborg, you gotta fix that.
Listen, we need to have Jane's actress tap dance on that show because we
Oh,
No,
we
she's a tap
I need
dancer.
we need to see those extra talents.
I'm telling you, we're getting a musical episode because whenever one of our Power Rangers is part of a boy band in real life,
Mm-hmm. Rip
apparently.
Fisher.
Yeah, I
well,
don't really thought it.
is he an actual singer though? This on the show, or is he just like a musician player?
Who?
I mean,
Hoppy?
when you play
Yeah.
music, yeah, this is a
Well,
TV
yeah.
show,
I
so
mean,
if you
like,
play music,
I
you
mean,
automatically
think
can
he's gonna
sing.
be singing
You
though?
I
just
mean,
do.
hang on, not all people that can not all people that can play instruments are singers though.
I know.
So we maybe, but it looks like he's just over there dabbing in instruments. Don't get me wrong, it might be an episode where he sings to defeat a monster, like Gia, but
Yeah.
but it's Power Rangers, so we'll see. But
Yeah.
awesome, we did skip you, so I need you to give your thoughts on this episode. Thank you.
Uh, this episode was just an overall pretty good, solid episode. It may be filler, but it also gave like moment of character development to both Amelia and to the character that's been underrated that I've been seeing from the fandom, Solon. I mean, Solon's been there, but she really did give good advice in this episode. Like she has a moment, and
Yeah.
plus I find it, yeah. Plus, it's nice to see Boy Knight and the villains actually doing something, actually planning to their next move. Plus, it lays like a hidden secret of like the secret door, like what's behind it, what's he hiding. Like it just like he has to hide it so much that he can't let his own minions see what's inside. But it was also interesting in the fact that he knows how to fix Dino Fury Morpher. And
I was just going to get into that too. We have a sixth morpher now.
7
Oh
technically.
no, that morpher was damaged.
I mean, Amelia's was damaged too, and Void Knight fixed it right up.
Yeah, but when Boom Tower came in, she knocked that morpher off and damaged it.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
can
but
get
now
fixed.
but
I'm about to
as
say,
we're
Void Knight
seeing,
literally fixed Amelia's damaged morpher. Don't forget that.
yeah.
So if Void Knight can fix it, then Solon can definitely fix it. And the only reason.
Oh, okay, I see what you. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to point to something else that was obviously not true or something.
Oh, nah. So the morpher that
Ranger.
Boom Tower used, that's literally a 6 extra morpher. I really think they're going to fix that and give it to, gold or.
I really don't see that happening for obvious reasons. I kind of see that more as just like having another spare that you won't need to bother like making from scratch.
Hey, I'm saying they might bring. Hey, this brings evidence to my theory that got to be a 7th Ranger. May not happen. Just give me hope.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, Void Knight maybe.
Yeah, maybe like.
Hey, I know the end of Real Soldier. I know who's not going to make it. Like the suit.
Wait,
yeah, maybe they could do a Void Knight like they did with another character in Power Rangers, who I won't say for spoiler reasons. But yeah, maybe
Power Rangers 20-year-old soul. You can say the spoiler.
Huh?
This 20-year-old soul. You can say the spoiler.
I was gonna say there's not one person in the fandom who's haven't seen almost every season except for Ninja Steel. We all probably skipped half of Ninja Steel.
Yeah, half of these fans will get on you for not watching every episode.
Which is understandable, but wait, what spoiler are you talking about for what season?
Mystic Force.
Oh my god. We've all seen Mystic Force at this point.
Mystic Force? Never heard of her.
Yeah. Who is Mystic Force?
The season about magic.
I would say this, though. I'm excited for Michael, who's directed this episode. This is like the first episode he's directed. And he's directing episode 6 through 9. So, yeah, we're getting new talent for like the next 4 episodes, which is pretty dope. And y'all know will be happening episode 8 or 9.
Yeah. Can I say one thing before we move on?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck designed Zayto's outfit? Like, what were they thinking?
His fuck
honestly,
Fire,
okay, I don't.
Whoever did
I'm
his
not gonna
wardrobe,
lie.
bro.
Look, I honestly don't even see the problem with his outfit. The hat,
bro,
I understand.
He looked
it
like
doesn't really match with everything
teacher,
else.
dog.
The hat,
like, he's trying to hide his antennas,
but the outfit itself, homie's not trying to blend in like. He's not trying to blend in as like a certain age or anything.
I love how y'all describing his outfit as if like Zayto actually picked the outfit. I really think the designer picked that outfit and thought that shit was cool, bro. I can't, bro.
That was probably an Ollie thing.
No, Ali is.
Why would he need
Ali,
the hat if he can retract his antennas in?
Literally, every Ranger can dress except Zayto, and it's like, bro, they did my man dirty all 3 episodes, I think, right? I don't think there's not one. I mean, the first and second outfit where he wore like his Ravcon suit, that was pretty dope. I like what they did with that. But ever since episode 3, where he started being in civilian clothes, bro, they've been missing. Ain't not one outfit I like, bro. Zayto needs a better. They need a brother or something. Somebody help him out. Somebody. My boy needs help. Listen, they got his hairline right. Good. That's a plus, though. So, yeah, back to the episode. Freaking, I do like how, even though this was Amelia's focus episode, Izzy had, like, all the highlights. Like,
I'd say honestly, aside from Pop, I'd say every single female in this episode had the highlights.
Yeah. Like,
they all stood out.
Had all the good one-liners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, only Zayto got like one. It depends how you feel about it. Do you think his one line was good?
Who, Zayto?
Yeah.
I don't remember his one-liners. I remember, like...
let's hit the rocks.
Yeah, I was going to say that one where Javi said rock and roll, and then Izzy was like cringe, and Zayto was like, how about let's hit the rocks?
And I would refer to his attack during against that monster.
Yeah.
With evil.
I'm going to bring the heat. Did he just bring the heat right back to me?
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when Izzy said that was cringe, I was like, everything you're saying in this episode is cringe.
Nah, Izzy ain't saying nothing cringe, bro. She's a kid.
He said, "Give me your best shot." Oh no, he gave me his best shot.
Yeah, I really cannot relate to her with the math thing. I'm good. Then again, I'm good at math.
Is it me or Zayto's like different from when he's morphed and unmorphed? Like
Maybe.
I feel like whenever he's morphed, he just has like so much more energy and has like so much like puns, and then it's like when he's unmorphed, he's just Zayto again.
It must be the morphing grid.
Or it must be real soldier footage.
Yep. Yep. See, I was gonna say that, but I thought you were looking for an explanation beyond that.
No, I was trolling. We know the reason.
Yeah, we troll.
We know when Zayto
Well,
jumps around.
I know you knew it was because of Rio Soldier, but I thought you wanted a different answer or something.
I do want to say thank you, Jesus, for Real Soldier footage, for not having that weird filter over it that episode 5 had, because I couldn't tell the difference between the two footage. But episode 5, it was like very obvious because like the sky was dim and then like the color was graded, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we're on Real Soldier. So thank you.
I didn't notice anything. I'm about to look back at that.
Yeah, I might have to look back at that too because I didn't notice anything.
Whenever in episode 5, where Zayto and Izzy teams up during the more fight scene, the color changes, and you're like, oh, Real Soldier. And then when Javi has a solo fight with Boom Tower, he's like, oh, barely scratch me or whatever. The filter came back, so I was like, okay, that's weird.
Right. I'll keep that in mind.
But I'm thinking it also is due to like obviously the footage day setting might be different. Like they might be using footage where it's like dimmer outside or something, and then like when Dino Fury comes back, it's like bright as fuck. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I didn't like that, but I like it now. Is it blend in? It looked pretty cool, and I'm so glad they kept the one footage where like Emilia like knocks over like the building and like the fucking truck rolls down. Like that was something I didn't think they were gonna bring into Dino Fury. So I'm like, it wouldn't make sense, but they somehow made it make sense. I'm like, yeah, that's dope. Also, I do like the different Megazord combinations. Like whenever each Ranger has like whenever each Ranger takes over the Megazord, it is like a new visor
and
and
the
a new
Megazord
power
in this
setting.
season is just a giant Lego man, Lego brick.
Yeah, that makes me want to buy the Zord and do the shit. So thank you for putting that in there. But I'm worried about my boy Ali. I think he needs to have one. I don't know if we're gonna see one though.
He needs some.
Because,
Yeah, he does need some attention. There's 2 more episodes before we get into this hiatus, but I think they're gonna be for. Wait, did you say Ali or Javi?
Nah, Ali. Because
yeah.
and
These
Real
next 2
Soldier
episodes,
Blue didn't have one.
No, he did, but they won't be in. I don't think they'll be one of these next 2 episodes before we go into hiatus.
Oh yeah, fuck no.
The whole hiatus might be our best chance. Then.
It's gonna be
Black
Javi
Solo.
next. Yeah, Javi's next, and then I think it's gonna be back to Zato.
What was Mick's episode 8, where Mick comes and visits him, and he's like,
that was episode 8 for Mick.
And then Zato wasn't trusting him and stuff.
please, yeah, I get it. It's not a gold episode, but can you please just show the nigga for 2 seconds? Like 2 seconds.
I mean,
all he has to
know.
do is promote on social media that he's a part of the show. So
I mean, they're probably
don't be awkward when the international episodes.
Yeah,
drop.
in fact, you know what they should. In fact, you know what they should do. They should
listen. They're probably going to show him on Fan First Friday this Friday.
I was about to say that.
They probably won't because literally it's this Friday, bro.
Yeah, well, I
they're
mean,
not
why
going
not
to show him if they're not going to show him in the show until September.
If they can announce Ranger Cast that early before the season starts, they can do it for one more.
Oh yeah, they definitely could, and I hope they do. But they probably
in fact, you know what they should do? They should do what Dial Thunder did, where they introduced Trent beforehand, and then he became the White Ranger. They should do the same thing with this Ranger.
We would have seen him by now.
Yeah. Like literally, he could have been like a regular ass character, and then becomes the gold. which makes more sense. But we all know he's probably gonna be the new kid in town, and you have to go through this whole. I don't know.
Class
He tries to
He's
keep.
new. Let's bully him.
Yeah. Wait, they don't go to
I'm
school.
new,
So
and
how
I
would they get a
sometimes
bully?
stumble upon the base. But yeah, overall thoughts though, I think this is a solid episode. I'm giving it. You know what? Because there's no Jane and Jay Ward, bro, I'm giving this a 10 out of 10, bro. You're a 10 out of 10 for me. I will basically just say this. The standout for me is obviously Izzy with her good one-liners. Even though you might think her saying cringe is cringe, but listen, it was a nice touch. We all got blown away by it. We didn't expect it, so they did a good job with that. The boomer thing, they did. It was funny, bro. Boom tower, boomer. I get it.
Yeah.
Good. I like it.
Fun games
Even
on point.
literally, even Izzy just being her natural self, like outside the suit, she was
I
still
just
funny.
honestly,
So,
in terms of in terms of Boom Tower, I just can't get over how dumb this dude is. He really spelled dumb wrong, and then Amelia
Yeah,
called
he
him out
really
for it, and
is
then
a poor kid's character.
he called like no, he's not like he's not like a poorly written character. I'm just saying like I like how
No,
dumb they made him.
poor kid character.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, but like
I mean, I knew
and
Boom
like
Tower was. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
but, like that was just like too funny, honestly, because I didn't expect because like I knew he was gonna like have his like ridiculous or like ignorant moments, but I didn't expect it. I didn't think it'd get to the point where he would spell "done" wrong, and then Amelia called. I'm just gonna call her Jones, and then Jones calls her out for it, and then he just runs home crying. It was too funny. I could not get over that.
Literally
How are you?
though, I knew he was dumb the moment or episode 4 where he had the fucking orb and all he had to do was place it in his chest, but instead he just walked around with the damn thing
Oh
until
yeah.
Ninja took it. I'm like, bro,
I
you're
mean, not
stupid.
even
Like at that point, you
He
could
didn't
have
even
just.
bother to pick back. He didn't even bother to pick back up the morpher after he got knocked off his wrist. Like he immediately started to try throwing hands at Jones.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, she can teleport you out, my guy. Like, anyways,
Stay in school, kids.
bro, he
He's
could
a
have killed. All
rocket
right, listen.
monster.
This is a little violence for kid listeners, but listen, he could have straight up killed that damn dinosaur. Like literally, he wanted to monologue and talk to her like any last word.
Until
Why
so
do you
long
care
we
what her
riot.
last words is?
Any last words before I finish mine? Because mine are great and need to be heard.
Yo, he straight up called her a half dinosaur. I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
I honestly did forget for a second the way he like when he said it like half dinosaur. What? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the cyborg.
fucked up. He went from heart.
Honestly, I forgot that she's kind of like old too until I saw the way that she was walking. Now that could be her dinosaur. That could be the fact that she's a dinosaur that she's walking like that. But when I saw her walking up to the table when she finished the morpher, I'm like, why are you like like so? I just forgot how old she was. Honestly,
Speaking of so long though, I think she was pretty good this episode. She's been a bit
yeah,
underused this season. I think she was used pretty well.
she was. Yeah, she has been underused so far, but from what we've
Good
seen of her,
advice.
I really like her. I really like
Yeah.
her.
She definitely had good advice too about the whole luck thing. I never really thought of luck that way. Like, I guess
Oh yeah,
that made sense too.
that's definitely something a lot of adults like definitely get reminders of, especially around our age, because like you always see people making motivational posts and stuff about like how you need to be in a certain mindset to be able to actually succeed at stuff, and that's like a good lesson that you would definitely need reminders of as an adult too, because sometimes reality
Like
can make you
literally.
forget. Because like honestly, reality can easily make you forget that you just need to have a positive attitude sometimes.
And all the bad shit that was happening to her, bro, was just happening because she was like distracted. She was distracted thinking of bad shit, and then like literally, like shit like that can easily happen if you like, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as she got her mind right, she outsmarted Boom Tower, knocked her, the morph off his wrist, teleported him out, and I'm like, there you go, girl. You
Yeah,
go. I ain't a huge fan
that's a
of
Jones. That's a
her.
Jones for you. That's a Jones for you, honestly.
Oh my
Joneses are
god.
good. Jones were the greatest.
Yeah, go ahead. Promote the Jones. Go ahead.
I'm gonna promote the Jones.
Listen, I'm still not a fan of her ADR though. Like her high pitched voice is a little much for me. They did it with Zoe too. I noticed. Like whenever there's like a female ranger, they like, I don't know, they make their voice really high pitched. I'm like, why do you do that? Like everyone else is talking regular. Like even Izzy. Izzy is talking regular, and you're just over there with a high pitch.
Honestly, voice. I think. Well, honestly, it's kind of the opposite for me. Not Hunter. Amelia, she sounded a little more normal, but there were a few times when Izzy's voice sounded different. Sometimes it sounded lower pitched. Sometimes it sounded more high pitched. And then sometimes it just kept hitting me that like I'm just so used to hearing Tessa's natural voice and not her American accent that she uses for the show.
Well, for you.
But I think it's just. I think it's just the actors with bringing up their energy for the AVR and like using that energy just for their voice instead of their entire body.
It's weird though, like, because I couldn't even get like.
Yeah.
It was actually. Did it start with Dino Charge, bro? Because I first noticed it with Shelby. We're like,
nah, that's the. Hold up, if we talking like that, that started with Mighty Morphin.
Really?
With people's ADR being off while they're in their suits?
No, not that. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
high pitched voice for female
high
rangers.
pitchiness. Yeah, it's like they kind of make them talk like a child. You know what I mean? Like, Mighty Morphin didn't even do that because Kim and Trini was normal with it. It was really like let's say
I'm on Samurai
1.
properly.
I'd say that started with Samurai.
You think Samurai?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I forgot Samurai, bro. I haven't seen that in like over 10 years, bro. I didn't even go back and rewatch it. I don't even remember the dialogue. Oh, no, you're right.
Listen.
Emily. Yeah, I remember Emily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
listen. For I know a lot of people aren't a fan of Samurai, and I'm pretty sure a bunch of people are gonna start writing paragraphs in Samurai's mention now. But
Chelsea.
No. I mean, complaining about Samurai.
Oh, right.
But I mean, now this is just me. But if you do ever think about rewatching Samurai, but even though we know you don't like it, just watch it with no sound. Because let me tell you, that footage in HD is so good. It's worth watching muted, honestly.
He said, "Watch it
crossover."
Oh shit!
Because I mean, just look at how good those suits, those weapons, and those Zords are.
Yeah,
yes, it was Shinkenger. Yes, we know. Yes, we know it was Shinkenger. We know. Everybody knows that. But it's in the Power Rangers universe too, so it's also Power Rangers in HD.
For me, I really noticed the HD and Samurai.
Watch it.
What were you saying, Jay?
Oh, I said I really noticed the HD and Samurai was simply because I binge RPM right beforehand. So jumping from RPM to Samurai, I'm like, oh shit, this looks beautiful. Yeah. But then once you watch the rest, you're used to it. But honestly, I don't know if I can go back and watch like another Neil Saban season after Dino Fury because like how much of a step up it is. You know what I mean?
That's
fair. You go back to like old tropes and you're like, damn, that's
honestly. Listen,
except for Dino Charge, I think Dino Charge is the one season I can go back and watch because it's pretty solid.
I sort of understand what you mean. I'll be honest, for the past few months, maybe longer, it's been hard for me to go back to watching like any Power Ranger season. I think it's just because of the lack of content that we've had or the lack of like announcements and stuff. But it's just been hard for me to go back and watch it because I've seen it multiple times and stuff. But
even with Beast Morphers, bro, like, all right. So I went back and watched the one episode where like Blaze came back, but it was like really evil Blaze, spoiler alert. But like watching that, I'm like, bro, a lot of this shit would not happen in Dino Fury. Like, especially fucking Devin, like, you know, getting mad at his B spot and then listening to Blaze and then like little shit where like they learn like this is one thing Power Rangers on Nickelodeon is bad at. They learn their lesson of the day, right? And then forget it 2 episodes later for another lesson of the day. And I don't see that happening in Dino Fury, and I'm so happy about that.
I see what
Like
you mean.
I'm so happy like that the writing room is taking the time to not dumb these characters for like is like for Izzy's focus episode, they didn't dumb her down, to prove that winning is not everything. She was still her character, but she just felt motivational as an athlete to be better and be the best.
Yeah,
That's not
and at that
dumbing a
time,
character.
during that episode, she had an event that she needed to focus on, unlike the previous episode. So when that moment came that brought that part out of her, it just happened.
But yeah, like I was saying, they didn't dumb down Amelia, and I like that. Like for her first episode, they simply just said, "Here's your lesson. You learn it." And she was the same character throughout the episode. Like she's been the same girl from episode 1. She didn't like do anything drastically different to prove a point, and I like that. So Dino Fury, I'm just saying, keep that energy.
You just said Dino
Like,
Fury.
you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck you, okay? It's Dino, whatever the fuck it is. It's Power Ranger Dino season 5 at this point. It's like what, the 5th, 4th Dino season?
Hey
Leave
man,
me
you better
alone.
chill before. Hey, listen, you better chill before they start going back to calling this Super Dino Super Fury, Super Dino Fury, Super.
You know what?
Oh.
If they did it, fuck it. As long as it's good. It's good so far. Keep it good and call it whatever the fuck you want. Call it Super Boomer at this point. I don't care, bro. As long as it's good, I'm with it.
Power Rangers Super Boomer. The Power Rangers become villains, and Boomtower has to become the hero.
And many more is.
I would watch that. I would watch that.
So before we depart, anyone else hopping on the Izzy train? Just curious.
Honestly, lately Amelia's been having my attention more. Now, don't get me wrong, Izzy's fantastic. Like she's been like 3 for 3 for every single episode she's on. But I think it's just because we've been with Amelia longer that I've just grown more accustomed and attached to her. Especially because she got a lot of focus in the first episode.
I did notice Amelia's been in the background, like ever since Izzy until this episode. Amelia's been in the background for like the past few episodes, so it was nice to have her. Same with
little
Ali.
grumpy
It was nice to
faces.
give Ali some time too. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, Ali definitely needs some time, especially if. See, this is why I wish Chelsea was here, because she and I talk about this like almost every single time. Because
I know.
Ollie definitely needs more attention, so that way we can see if anything will actually happen between those two. And we're really hoping something will happen
He was
between
the
those
first
two.
one to save Amelia though during that
Mm-hmm.
fight.
Like
Yep.
as soon as
I got you.
look, as soon as his feet hit the ground, Amelia.
Yeah.
And when she got back too, they separated. He said, "Hey, let me back you up. Y'all got to make a sword fight? Nah, y'all have fun. Y'all have fun with this one. We fighting Boom Tower. I got you, girl." Ollie's honestly, as much of a stickler Ollie can be, that's honestly pretty cool with him.
He's a cat.
It's better fix my boy Pop Mirror. I know that much.
Pop,
He
pop.
broke his shit, bro, and laughed about it. Like, damn, bro, like y'all not gonna fix it.
As the guy who works on the car, those mirrors are like impossible.
Hey, you know what? That's probably why Ollie got hit by his door when he had that bucket on his head. He saw what happened. He acted like he didn't. He accidentally slammed the door in his face. Oops.
Hey.
Accidentally, wink, wink.
Yes. It wasn't a yeah.
I did like the joke he had though. He was like, I didn't know you had so much like useful friends. Oh, I mean, good friends.
Yeah, that was
about
funny
to
too.
work
I liked when he was talking about like why they had to leave too. He's like, "Oh no, I get it. What, y'all have to go to like a new coffee shop or something? Oh, yeah, y'all gonna do a TikTok? Y'all gonna do a TikTok, aren't you? I got y'all. Yeah, y'all go ahead and do
TikTok,
that."
yeah.
You're about to take TikTok. They were doing a TikTok.
Zato face though, he was like, what is he talking about?
What is that?
When he said about his
I want to see my boy Zato hit the renegade.
him do the Running Man challenge.
Hey, see Izzy do the mannequin challenge, silhouette challenge? Question mark silhouette.
As long as no one tell him about the Tide Pod challenge, we're good.
Yeah,
I want to
let
see.
Hobby do that one.
I want to see Jay Borg do the bleach challenge. Can we get that?
Oh no.
Can we do the water on a robot challenge?
Oh no.
Can we pick which wire to cut?
Can Zato do the get a job challenge?
And Jay,
Why would he
Jay
be a
Borg
job?
on
Actually,
that
you know
bus?
what? You know what would have been funny? What if they what if they brought that back up? Like, remember when Pop was talking about like how good of a
Wait,
job
hold
they were
on, bro.
doing?
We got Blackwing in here, bro. What's good?
Hey, what's up, B-Dub?
Hey, yeah. Sorry. Well, I'm late anyways, but anyway. I'm still
It's
running on
fine.
energy. I'm still running on fumes because had to, of course, wake up and watch the episode this morning. Then had to react to that Space Jam trailer, so...
Oh yeah, Space Jam got released today. Forgot about that.
Content creator, you gotta go for the go. Go for the gold.
Yeah, I feel that.
My-
We're just cracking jokes though about the whole TikTok joke they did.
Yeah, but like, remember when Pop was talking about like how good of a job they were doing? He's saying, if y'all ever need a job, we got good dental. They could have I just realized it would have been funny if they had brought back the joke of Zato looking for a job or something.
I would not want Zato to be a dentist.
No, that's not what he said at all.
Coverage, man.
Benefits.
Dental coverage.
Job benefits.
Dental coverage.
Yeah,
I would
got
never
that.
trust Zeta to do my teeth.
No, I could trust Zato being a dentist. It just wouldn't be in character.
I don't
honestly.
trust. I don't
He
trust.
could do it.
feel like
I'm sure he could do it. I'm sure he could do a good job as long as he learned how to do it right. But dentist? Nah, leave that to Glenn Martin.
You know a perfect job for Zato? A bodyguard.
A knight?
No, or like a security guard.
A night, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
a night.
Yeah, a night.
A club bouncer. No, that would be hilarious though. I mean, we need one episode where Zato is like trying different jobs.
Like
Honestly,
like Nick of Time, Odd Jobs from Time Force.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
honestly, I would kind of like to see. Listen, I would kind of like to see him like in the same situation that Andros was when he came across those criminals that were robbing that car, and he was just hanging out with them, thinking that they were like being friends and stuff.
Oh.
Like he doesn't even know what is going on at all.
I feel like Zato can tell apart what's good and bad though. I feel like he's not like he's been around enough to know like if something is good or bad. Andros was just stupid. Like he would have made a friend with a butterfly. If I'm being honest.
Hey, no insulting the ghost.
Or made out with a sister or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Who do you think he is? Luke Skywalker?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that was
God.
the whole Star Wars
With blonde
thing.
hair. And they both have blonde hair.
I definitely see Andros, starting a kickboxing career and then like make out with his sister. Definitely see it.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no.
If you catch my drift.
Oh God, no.
I know she catching
What
that
is this
drift.
conversation turning into?
What are you doing?
It's starting to get the
Yeah,
Andrew
bro.
slander.
This is an Andros slander. Let's go.
Anyway, here's my take on the episode though, because I'll be honest though, I felt the episode was kind of weak until when Solon gave Amelia that pep talk. It wasn't like a whatchamacallit. It wasn't like a lesson of the day or moral of the day kind of thing, which was fine because I'm sick of those type of episodes. But I don't know. It just felt a little dull for me. And I like Amelia. Amelia's great. So I guess seeing her down and just like being scared just because she has bad luck and everything. It just reminded me of that bad luck episode of Operation Overdrive where she where Mac just got Lucky Charms like close to the end of the episode. I'm like, okay,
Oh
if he
yeah, I
gets
was about to make that comparison. Yeah,
That's
Overdrive did that episode before. Although I think I actually prefer that one just the slightest bit more, not just because of the slang that was used in this episode, but also because I think the Overdrive episode was just a bit more interesting.
no,
it's
but
still very confusing how he even got that luck if he's an android.
exactly. But anyway, some bits I could say I did like though. I just gotta applaud the person who wrote the script this episode. Whoever was giving Izzy the modern slang to use, I gotta give props to the script writer of this episode.
It was entertaining. Yeah, honestly, Izzy's the only one that could like really actually hit those lines, and it seems like in character.
And the question, I'll admit, I was having a bit of an expectation. You know that shot that we keep seeing over Twitter, like the cast just walking together, not with their smiles on, but they had like that serious look on their face.
Oh, do you think that was gonna happen?
Yeah, that was an episode.
Yeah, I was expecting them. I was expecting that, but
I never
didn't happen.
Something told me
I never
though, it
would've-
was just a promo shot.
Yeah, that
Because
looks
I
like
don't
something.
even know where it would have fit in. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
that-
think we ever had a slow-mo walk.
It could be from a montage. Say like the team goes shopping to get Zato some new clothes, and they all
With
find
an angry face.
Not for an Amelia episode.
Actually, you're right. That could still be used though. That can be like episode 7 or 8.
That could honestly, if this was a Neo Saban era, they could use that shot for the opening narration.
Oh no, I'm sick and
No,
tired.
no opening narration. Need them.
I'm glad those are going too.
Yeah, now we pretty much
But
have.
what was
a theme
wrong with the
song.
opening narration?
They're
They
boring.
only had one good opening narration. That was Samurai.
Centuries ago, in old samurai.
Centuries ago in Japan, not like monsters.
Okay, no.
Okay, all right.
Nope.
We're good. We're good.
I don't.
Nope. See, this is
But
what.
yeah,
See,
Black.
this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Black
Season that people don't like.
One thing we were talking about though was how we appreciate, like I know you said it's like a basic like episode for like a lesson of the day type thing, but one thing we were talking about how we appreciate that like normally in previous Neo Saban seasons they use the lesson of the day to like dumb down the characters to have them forget a previous lesson of the day lesson to bring a new one in, like dumb down the characters for it. And for Dino Fury, they didn't do that. Like, for example, Izzy focused episode, they didn't dumb her down to get the point across that winning isn't everything. And same with Amelia. Like, these characters are the same characters they've always been, and still can like learn a new lesson, which is pretty cool and how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And that I want to give this episode props for because we're not used to seeing that, and I think that's still pretty dope. And it ups the scale for me personally. But yeah, for the most part, guys, what we giving this episode?
I am giving it.
Out of
I'd
5.
say give it out of 5.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, then like 3.5 out of 5. Because I was gonna say like a 7 out of 10, or 3 out of 5 at the lowest. But at the same time, if 3 out of 5 or like 7 out of 10 is your lowest ranking episode, then you're still doing pretty good.
Facts.
3 out of 5 for me.
3 out of 5. Would have been a bit better if,
I give it a solid 4.
Solid 4? Hey, I really like this episode, y'all. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to have to give it a 4.5 out of 5, if I'm being honest, or a 9 out of 10.
9.95.
Listen, I really like this episode. This is probably one of the better ones, in my opinion. Huh?
I said there's a lot to like about it. Shoot, I don't blame you.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a really good episode. I rewatched it 3 times, and it gets better and better for me. So, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, if I would make my new ranking, cool. If I would make my new ranking,
new T-shirt coming out soon. TimeForToku podcast website.
I still think episode 1 is probably the best episode. Then I'm putting like episode 2 closely under episode 1. Then I still have to put episode 5 up there because that race episode was probably hit top 3 for me.
Yeah, it was a very good. It was sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you about it, but that was a very That was a very well handled
Absolutely.
filler episode.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely top 3. 4 though, I would have to say. So I got episode 1, episode 2, episode 5. Under that, I will put this episode. So this goes for the 4th spot. Not enough to hit, top 3. But you're right at 4. You're right under there. Then you know how I feel. After that, episode 4, then episode 3. So, yeah. Yeah. 11 what
Well,
we're
a solid
doing so
4 all
far.
around. Gotcha.
All episodes are good though. Even though 3 is on the bottom, it's still a great episode. So I would definitely say we're 6 for 6. Good job. I already know at this point. I know episode 7 is going to be good. I hope it's good. I even hope it cracks top 3 for me. But let's see what happens.
Yeah.
We have Blackwing.
You can find me on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube at Blackwing2040. And thank you guys so much for watching. And of course, I know I came in late, but it is what it is. I appreciate popping in when I can.
Your
It is
presence
what
is
it
always
is.
nice.
It is what it is. It be what it be.
It is.
It's always a treat to have you, even if it's for 5 minutes. We got Austin.
You can find me on YouTube, One Man Sentai. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram as Omni Ranger. And for the next probably week, you can find me on Twitter, Austin Jones 6, freaking out and screaming about whatever Kamen Rider news we're getting this past week. Because it is heart attack levels intense in
Bruh.
there.
Unless you're watching this video like 4 or 5 months from now, never mind.
Yeah.
We got Deca.
You can find me on Twitter at BackupLeasing. You can find me on Instagram at DecaBlazeDude. There, you can check out my art, and you can find me on YouTube at Daijin DecaBlaze. There I show speed draws of my art and
Muted.
No, I think we lost him a bit.
Wait, you good, Deca?
yeah, I'm good.
Are you dead?
Yeah, I'm good. Like I said, you can find me on YouTube at Daijin DecaBlaze. There you can find speed draws of my art and AMVs.
And Awesome.
This has been fun. Y'all can find me at Twitter at _Mr. Awesome_. And remember, watch Godzilla vs. Kong in theater. That movie's good.
Yes, it is.
Unless you're watching this 3 to 4 or 5 months later, never mind.
Hey, since we're throwing out PSAs, if you get vaccinated, get your shot in your non-dominant arm because your shoulder will be very sore. Very
Your
sore.
Plus, you get free
non-dominant arm, you
Krispy
said?
donut for a year.
Yes, in your non-dominant arm.
Got it.
And also remember, guys, not to cross paths with black cats, crack any mirrors, or walk under a ladder because that's bad luck.
Or antivirus will show up.
Remember, don't do school. Always steal your milk and drink your drugs.
And
on
it
that
has been.
And on that note,
3 out.
Yes, it has been Jinsaku with the Time for Toku podcast. And since I never drop my app for some reason, you can follow me on Twitter at Jinsaku with 2 U's. If you give a fuck. Time for Toku podcast. We out.